In the desert coast of ancient Peru, carved deep into the arid hillside overlooking the Bay of Pisco, lies one of the world's most mysterious geoglyphs. It is known today as the Paracas Candelabra, nearly 600 feet tall and etched into the sandy slope. This massive figure has puzzled scholars, archaeologists, and storytellers for centuries. Shaped like a giant three-pronged candlestick or trident, the design faces the Pacific Ocean and is visible for miles out at sea. But who made it? Why was it created? And what purpose did it serve in the lives of the people of ancient Peru? The Paracas culture, which flourished on this coast over 2,000 years ago, is often linked to the geoglyph. They were skilled fishermen, weavers, and builders, known for their colorful textiles and intricate burial sites. Yet, despite their achievements, they left no written records. What survives are artifacts, tombs, and enigmatic symbols like the candelabra. Some believe it was a sacred emblem meant to honor the gods of wind and sea. Others argue it was a navigational tool, guiding sailors safely along the dangerous coastline. Imagine standing on the deck of a reed boat more than 2,000 years ago. The Pacific waves crash against the shore. The horizon is uncertain, and the desert beyond looks endless. But then, carved into the sandy cliff, a towering trident appears, pointing upward toward the heavens. For sailors of the Paracas culture, this may have been a welcome sign, reassuring them of home, safety, and guidance. Some researchers suggest that the candelabra was aligned with important stars or constellations, serving as both a spiritual and practical marker. But the story does not end with local sailors. The candelabra's size and visibility from far offshore have led some to believe it had an even greater purpose. Could it have been a beacon, not just for fishermen, but for travelers from distant lands? Ancient seafarers from across the Pacific may have recognized the symbol, using it as a landmark to find the rich coast of South America. Others, venturing further into speculation, claim it might have been a message to beings not of this world. The trident shape resembles lightning bolts associated with the god Viracocha, but some say its stark, geometric design looks unlike any symbol from Andean tradition. Was it meant to signal extraterrestrial visitors who might have descended from the sky or risen from the sea? Legends passed down in the region tell of Viracocha, a powerful deity who came from across the waters and brought knowledge to humanity. To some, the Paracas Candelabra is a divine symbol, a tribute to that god of creation. To others, it may have been a warning sign, pointing out that this coast was protected by higher powers. In this way, the desert hillside becomes more than a canvas of sand. It becomes a monument of faith, fear, and cosmic mystery. When Spanish chroniclers arrived in Peru centuries later, they too marveled at the design. They called it a candlestick since its three-pronged form reminded them of what they used in their churches. Yet even then, no one could explain how such a colossal figure was made with such precision. The trenches that form the lines are several feet deep and cut into the earth in a way that resists erosion. Despite centuries of wind, rain, and shifting sands, the candelabra remains sharp and clear as though its creators intended for it to last forever. Theories continue to multiply. Some scientists propose it was part of a larger geoglyphic tradition related to the famous Nazca lines further south. Perhaps the Paracas people were early masters of sacred landscape art, carving symbols that connected their lives to the sky, the sea, and the gods. Others remain convinced that the candelabra is unlike anything else in the region. They argue that its form is too different, too unusual, suggesting an outside influence. In the silence of the Paracas desert, the candelabra waits. It does not speak, but it compels questions. Was it a beacon to guide sailors through treacherous waters? Was it a religious symbol etched as an offering to the gods? Or was it something else entirely, an ancient signal sent across land, sea, and sky? The answers may be buried beneath the sand or forever lost to time. Yet the Paracas Candelabra endures, a towering mystery written into the earth itself, pointing toward the sea and perhaps toward the stars.